Hi, I'm Kyle Schneeweiss, Director of the Nebraska Department of Transportation. It's been an honor to serve as WASHTO President this past year, and I was looking so much forward to seeing many of you in person in Salt Lake City this summer. And who could have predicted the events that have transpired these past few months that have affected all of our lives? There's one thing that's not a surprise, and that's the response of the DOTs. We're used to responding to emergencies, whether it's crashes on the highways, floods, fires, and here we are again during the coronavirus pandemic, stepping up and serving the people of our country to keep people safe, support economic growth, and provide that quality of life that Americans depend on. And the work we do is essential, and we've continued it these past few months, and of course we have, because that's what we do at DOTs. Now, we can't meet in person, but there is some business to tend to, and I'm proud to announce that James Bass, the Director of the Texas Department of Transportation, will serve as the next WASHTO President. James, congratulations. I look forward to your leadership.
Thank you, Director Schneeweiss and members of WASHTO. It is my privilege to become president and to be able to work with some of the best DOTs in the country. This coming year is sure to have its challenges, but I am confident that together we will get the job done and continue to serve our customers. I want to give a special thanks to our outgoing president, Kyle Schneeweiss from Nebraska. Kyle, although we cannot shake hands, on behalf of our association members, I would like to present you with a plaque commemorating your time as WASHTO president. The plaque is on its way.
James, you shouldn't have. But seriously, it's been an honor. Thank you. I've loved serving as WASHTO President this past year. Now, James, I have some advice for you. There's a lot of business, official business you have to do as WASHTO President, but there's some unofficial business too. And we have a long-standing tradition at WASHTO surrounding our gavel and our gavel box. And it began in about 2002 when it was noticed we didn't have a gavel and we need one. And so one was created, and each year, every outgoing president has added something to the gavel or the gavel box. And as you can see, it has become quite the scene. In Nebraska, we've added two things, an etching of a sandhills crane and a vial of sand from our beloved sandhills. Nebraska is home to one of the more incredible migrations each year. Hundreds of thousands of sandhills cranes descend on an 80-mile stretch of the Platte River in central Nebraska each March after a long flight from Texas and Mexico. This annual migration brings tourists from across the globe to witness these birds. It is truly a sight to behold to see so many birds soaring through the air and feeding in the field before they finish their journey to Canada and Alaska. We've also included a vial of sand from our beloved sandhills. When Nebraska was first discovered, it was called the Great American Desert. I'm here to tell you it's not a desert. It's quite beautiful to behold. In addition to its beauty, it's home to many ranches and farms, and for the golfers out there, some of the best golf courses in the world. It's the heart and soul of Nebraska, our agriculture, and our history. And I have actually one more thing to add to the box. As my final act as WASHTO President, I'm adding a Nebraska face covering because we need to make sure we have that appropriate social distance. And so with that, James, congratulations, 2020 WASHTO President.
Kyle, thank you, and thank you to our member DOTs. I'm honored to serve as your president, and I look forward to the work we'll do together. Before I talk specifically about that work, I want to recognize our outgoing president, Director Schneeweiss. Kyle's goals during his leadership aligned with former President Carlos Braceras of Utah. He wanted to continue the focus on how our transportation system supports quality of life and economic vitality. He soon found himself with significant challenges. Nebraska experienced the worst flooding to date in the upper Midwest, reauthorization uncertainty, and to add to the fire, a global pandemic. Kyle did not lose sight of what is important to the industry in the importance to change the way people think about transportation. He recognizes people do not stop driving at the state line, and it is important to value partnership amongst fellow DOTs and stakeholders. This was truer than ever during the floods and the state and regional outreach that was necessary to get the customers back on the road. I also hear he accomplished reopening 27 bridges in less than a year, which is a feat in and of itself. Kyle, we thank you for your leadership. I believe our partnerships and our commitments to our states will help us withstand our current challenges and achieve our goals. It's tradition for the new president to offer the association members a challenge, and here is mine. Earlier this year, I traveled to D.C. to join Secretary Elaine Chao in a pledge to end human trafficking. The very highways and roads that we build to improve our states, human traffickers use to destroy lives. We can do, must do, our part to stop them. We haven't heard much about it during this pandemic, but we know it's lurking in the shadows, and those victims may be even more vulnerable now. As transportation leaders, we can work to stop it by educating and training our employees and bringing public awareness to the issue. We started an initiative at TxDOT to do this, and I invite you to visit our human trafficking resources on our website at txdot.gov. I'm looking forward to the work we'll do together and the progress we'll make as an association. This concludes today's event. Everyone, please stay safe, and we are adjourned.